Amen. What it is. This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to Cash App, $ Deem by any means. There go to PayPal, at Deem by any means. Y'all see that heart with that $ at the bottom? Well, that's the super thanks. You could press that at any time your heart desires. Say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated, y'all. All earthmen, hear me and hear me clearly. I told y'all, even when y'all think y'all got me, y'all ain't got me. Even when you say, Deem, oh, I'm wrong, I'm still right. I told y'all I'm like Terrence Howard in the car with 50 Cent on Get Rich or Die Trying. Let's talk about it. Don't ever, 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 ever again talk to me on a panel, talk to me on my channel about achievements and accomplishments in boxing. Y'all don't care about that. I am so happy this Ennis this ducking thing has came out and people has picked the side. He ducking, not ducking. I could care less at this point. If you're not going to bet me one red cent against Ennis, I don't want to hear nothing. If you're going to bet me that he's not going to achieve great things in boxing, then I don't want to hear nothing you really have to say. I'm going to be completely honest, because a lot of y'all trashing Ennis is going to pick him for every fight to win. That's what you're going to do. I will be right about that again. And then all you people, if you do pick against me and then he wins, y'all going to make excuses after that. I already know it's coming. Y'all sit up there and criticize Gervonta for not unifying, for not being undisputed, for not doing none of those things at different weight classes. That's what y'all say to me. Dean, why Tank ain't unifying? Dean, why he ain't doing this? Why he ain't never been undisputed? Devin was undisputed. Terrence Crawford is undisputed. Look at what Earl Spence did. And y'all such hypocrites that y'all don't even understand how stupid you sound when you out there putting all of this hypocrisy out there. Because when it comes to Ennis, y'all telling him, y'all are criticizing this man for trying to be unified, for trying to be undisputed at a weight class, for trying to achieve and hold the belts in the air. But y'all the same people that told me belts mean stuff. And then when people say belts don't mean nothing, y'all argue against the same point. I'm just glad this is what I made a channel for, and I am here to expose every narrative in boxing. If you saying Jaron Ennis is ducking Virgil Ortiz for an interim belt, don't ever argue with me again about achievements in boxing and say people's resumes are better than others because they unified and was undisputed. Because I'm going to bring up every single time y'all had no problem with Jaron Ennis not doing it. Yeah. Y'all telling Jaron Ennis to skip a whole weight class. Okay with all of those fighters ducking him. Y'all just said, Dean, yeah, I know they ducking them butts. But then when it comes to fighters that you like, you got a problem with people ducking them. I'm going to say that again. When it comes to Shakur, when it comes to Devin, when it comes to Loma, when it comes to Tank, oh, you got a problem with people ducking them, not wanting to unify. It come to Jaron Ennis. Well, Jaron, you know they not going to fight you. They scared. They already ducked you. Go to a different division. And then y'all the same people want to sit up there and argue with Dean about achievements and accomplishments in boxing. I don't want to hear it no more. So now when fighters go chase the bag, don't bring up what did they accomplish in boxing, because y'all was perfectly fine with Jaron Ennis not accomplishing it. I don't want to hear nobody criticizing Gervonta Davis for not unifying ever again. Gervonta, go get the bag. Forget them belts like you said, because they don't care. Y'all don't care. Y'all pick whatever argument to fit your narrative at the time. You don't have a standpoint. You don't have a perspective. You want to swap it out whenever you feel like. Y'all say people to A sides. Well, no, every A side is not created equal. That part may be true, but the part that is not true is that the A side is still the A side. And certain requirements, like not having to jump to a weight class, like not giving a guy 24 hours to make a fight, that's through all A sides. You can't ask that of any A side in a boxing match. I don't think so. We don't even agree on what ducking is. What they think is ducking is that you are scared to fight a fighter because you are scared that you are going to lose, so you are avoiding that fight. Because if a fighter is getting lowballed with a lowball offer and he don't take a fight, I don't think that that's ducking. If a fighter don't want to jump to a different weight class, I don't think that that's ducking, because the same people tell me that you can't duck somebody not at your division. But when it comes to Ennis, he can do it. Do not talk to me about what a fighter has achieved in boxing when it comes to belts and unifications, because y'all just proved with Ennis and Gervonta Davis that y'all don't care. Gervonta, oh, y'all want him to unify. Y'all want him to be undisputed, to prove that he's great. Ennis could get ducked by a whole division, and y'all blame him and say, well, you're getting ducked by a whole division. Just go to 154 and fight Virgil Ortiz. And then y'all lying to the public out here like Virgil Ortiz is a star. I'm going to make another video on that. I am tired of this. I am tired of this. Virgil Ortiz is not a big name. I don't care if I like you, dislike you, a fan of you not. You're not going to run around here and try to convince the public that Virgil Ortiz is this big name in boxing and somebody you have to fight. That is a lie. That is a complete lie. Nobody cares about Virgil Ortiz or talk about him. Only reason they are talking about Virgil Ortiz is because of Ennis, and you cannot argue that point. Y'all don't care. Y'all sat up here and lied to me for 2 years. When you want to make your argument, you'll bring up what somebody achieved and unify. Every time y'all do that, I'm going to bring up, oh, but y'all called Ennis a duck for trying to do the same thing. You don't care about people unifying divisions and being undisputed and really chasing greatness or any of that. You know what y'all tell me? Well, Mario Barrios, Brian Norman, and Stan Jonas ain't big enough names. Oh, so now it's about the names. Then you need to apologize to Gervonta Davis. Pick one. Pick one. And then y'all running around telling me Gervonta Davis is a much bigger A-side than Ennis, and he's still not getting the fights he wants. Don't that make it worse? If Gervonta Davis, you can't guarantee me that Gervonta Davis is going to get a unification, but y'all want me to guarantee you Ennis going to do it. So should he not try? Should the man not try to be undisputed because people are ducking him? Well, then Gervonta Davis, go to 140 because everybody's ducking you at 135. We're not sure if you're going to be able to get a unification. Gervonta Davis is on his 5th option. And Lamont Roach didn't even take the fight right at first. So how much does his A-side actually matter then? Actually, it's hurting them because they don't even want the money. They that petrified of the man, they don't even want the money. Last time I checked, Amante Stanionis, Mario Barrios, Brian Norman Jr., their biggest payday will be Ennis. It will be their biggest legacy fight. They will get the most credit for that. It is the biggest fight that they can have. Same thing about Gervonta Davis. So if we can't even guarantee me Gervonta Davis is going to get a fight, but Ennis is a duck for trying to do it, but Gervonta Davis not. Y'all need to apologize to Gervonta Davis because y'all just talked a whole bunch of malarkey for 2 years about he don't unify, he not trying to be undisputed and all of that. But then y'all are perfectly fine with Ennis not unifying, being undisputed. Just jump to the next division for a big name. There's no way out of that of explaining how that is hypocrisy at its finest. You are a hypocrite. You got different rules for different people. Do y'all know what hypocrisy is? Do you know what being a hypocrite is? Go check up the definition. Go look it up in the dictionary. Sorry. If you want Jaronennis to go to 154 and not try to get like Jaronennis is literally getting criticized for trying to unify and be undisputed. I never thought I would ever. And then y'all excuses, well, Dean, they all ducking him. So they get a pass for ducking him? It's okay? Huh? So he should not try. Oh, okay. Now I know that. I'm glad I know that. I'm glad I understand that now. That Gervonta Davis shall want to unify and be undisputed, and then use that argument against Gervonta Davis that he doesn't got unifications and try to be undisputed. But then the same people sit up there and criticize Ennis for trying to do that. And then y'all use the excuse that people are ducking him. People are ducking Gervonta Davis too as well. It's amazing. And even if you're on Gervonta Davis' side, well, Dean, they ducking him. He got to do what he got to do. But we don't give the other guys that's ducking him a pass. Y'all not giving Shakur and Loma and all of these guys a pass for ducking Gervonta. Y'all make content on it every day. Where's your content on Mario Barrios, Samantas Stanionis, and Brian Norman Jr.? If you feel like that, even if you're defending Gervonta Davis, then you should be for defending Ennis that they denying him the same opportunity. If we love boxing the way we say we do. But it's clear, no, y'all just like to argue narratives and y'all not consistent on anything. That's why they call Dean Mr. Consistency. I don't got different rules for different people. Slight differences, of course. Of course, there's a slight difference. You ain't gonna never convince me you could duck somebody not in your weight class. You ain't never gonna convince me that a duck is anything but you're scared of that person. That's what I call a duck. We don't even agree on what a duck is. A duck is when I think you are scared to fight this fighter. That's what Dean thinks a duck is. I have never called somebody a duck and then picked them to beat the person I think they ducking. Never. I got y'all so entangled right now that there's no way out of it wherever our argument, if you think Jaronennis is a duck or not, you still caught up in this web. All the way around the board, you are still caught up in this web of being inconsistent. There's no way out of that. Y'all already know what this is though, right? Dean, by any means. And I holla at y'all, Earthmen.